Alright, sorry for the late start. Sorry, we will begin. Sorry, fashionably late, so welcome. I'm going to take my shoes off, but feel free, you can be bare feet, sock feet, or sneakers if you prefer, and you feel like you want to have that support of your footwear. We're going to grab a yoga block or a beach ball cushion, whatever you have, and I'll get these sneakers off. Good. All right. So let's take this opportunity to come into stillness, taking our block, our ball, between the knees. So let's begin. Sitting comfortably, a little bit forward on your chair, block between the knees, hands resting on the legs. Bring the shoulders over top of the hips. So welcome at home. Welcome here in studio. Noticing the breath. Eyes can be opened or closed. And just noticing the sensation of your breath as you breathe in, as you breathe out. Allowing the body to settle. And feel all the touch points on the earth. Your feet grounding, your sitting bones and buttocks on the chair, your hands resting on the legs. Noticing the breath. Breathing with awareness. Awareness of where the breath goes in the body. Awareness of any sensations in the body. Noticing your posture, crown of the head reaching skyward, lifting and opening the front body.
I'm sorry we can't hear you from Zoomerland.
Just one sec, we'll look into it.
Thank you. I
Again,
can hear you, Cathy.
you can hear me?
I can.
Oh. Continuing to breathe and notice. So we'll mute everyone's devices. I think that might have something to do with it. Got one more to mute here.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Good. So breathing and noticing how your body feels this morning. And you might part the lips gently to soften your jaw. Again, relaxing the tongue, the teeth. Just breathing. Just noticing. And then start to bring your awareness to your heart space. You might even have one or both hands on the heart. Setting your intention for your practice. That heartfelt intention. Your heart's desire. Or perhaps what you're cultivating in your practice, both on and off the mat. We can release the hands, keeping that intention in mind throughout our practice. And know that you can come into this place of stillness and rest at any time throughout this practice. Please honor your body, modify when you need to, pause in stillness when you need to. As you're ready, we can blink the eyes open. creating awareness around you, and just notice how you feel after that short pause. Something we can do anytime when life gets busy, when we're going and doing and our mind gets a little busy. So from here, pick up your cushion, your ball, your yoga block, whatever you have. Widen your feet a little bit perhaps. Nice and tall. We're going to inhale, press forward, reach the arms forward, bring it back in. Reach it forward and bring it in. So you might inhale and exhale. Couple more times. Good. And on this next one, reach it overhead. So reach it upwards. Bring it back to the heart. Inhale, grow tall, reaching it up. Exhale, drawing it in. And you might even follow that block or ball or cushion, whatever you're using, if that feels okay for your head and neck. Adding a little bit of extension through the head and neck posture. Otherwise, you can just look at the horizon. Good. And let's add a little change this time. Let's reach it up. Take the block in your right hand, circle around, both hands back to the heart. Other side, inhale, grow tall. Left side, oops, takes the, good. That's a whole other kind of yoga. We'll just kick these balls around and toss them around. That might be fun. A little hand-eye coordination. Hand-foot, I guess. Good. One more time. Good. Pause and just framing that ball at the heart. Turn your gaze to look to the right and back center. Turn your gaze to look left and center. Good. Shoulders relaxed. Body tall. Just breathing and moving at your own pace. One more each way. And the last one. Good. And then from here, let's turn to face your right. And I'll turn with you guys. So we're going to bring that block or ball between the knees, sitting tall, side on in your chair, shoulders over hips. From here, let's reach the arms up with an in-breath. And then gently turn towards your chair back. Bring your hands down to the chair back. Pause and breathe. Ribs expanding and softening. Belly rising and falling. Again, feel the inner thighs engaged as we gently hang on to that block or ball. And as you're ready, reach the arms up, turn back, squaring off shoulders and hips. Float the hands down to the legs. Pause here, let your ribs settle. Let the spine settle. And then as you're ready, we can remove that block or ball. Now you might use it for your knee. You might come down and position so that front hip is freed up a little bit from the chair and opening through the hip. Now you can do this without anything underneath the knee as well. And front knee is over the ankle. Hang on to your chair back, your chair seat, I should say. Front arm reaches up with an in-breath. And nice and tall for that hip flexor stretch. Good. Yep, and if you're using the block, you can adjust the height of the block by turning it. Yeah, so Anne-Marie, you can turn the block up a little higher if you need it, higher. And then reaching, you might reach into that hip flexor stretch. Good. Yep, so switch legs here.
Oh,
You two ladies,
like
yep,
this?
yes, yeah, slide. And this leg's in front.
Okay.
That, your left leg is in front.
My left leg is in front.
No, in front of the chair, sorry.
Oh, in front. So
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Now we're
Yeah,
talking. Yep.
okay.
So opening here.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Does everyone feel that in the hip flexor here?
No, I feel it in my back.
Yep, so hip flexor goes up into the back muscle, so you might even feel it more here. So keep your belly engaged, nice and tall, shoulders over hips. You might add a little side bend towards your chair back. Press firmly through the feet, so get the legs and gluteal muscles activated. That will help. And when you're ready to come out, we're going to reach both arms up to the sky, warrior one. So positioning here for warrior one, relaxing the arm bones, just breathing, just noticing. One more breath. Then release the back hand to the back thigh. Front hand reaches forward, front leg stretches back. It can lift up off the block or ball. Flying warrior. Option is to keep that back hand on the thigh for support. For more challenge, you might lift both arms. Good. Relaxing the shoulders, keeping those corset muscles engaged, your legs strong, that's it. One more breath. And then bending the back knee, straightening the torso, pivoting on that toe, coming into this warrior two. So we're pressing into the outer edges of that back foot, arms parallel. And then we're going to take our back arm, we're going to reach it forward, pull it back like a bow and arrow. Follow your hand to the back. Reach it forward again. Pull it back. That's it. Left arm comes forward and pull it back. Now leave your arms wide and then rotate, palms turning up, palms turning down. Good. Spiraling the arm bones. Good. And then we can leave our palms up, right hand to the sky, left hand lightly resting on the leg, reversing our warrior. We might gaze up, we might gaze at the horizon for neck comfort, or even tuck the chin a little, looking downwards. So whatever feels good for your head and neck, breathing into this shape, noticing sensation. Good. When you're ready, windmill the arms back to parallel. Take another breath. We're going to bend that front elbow, circle the back arm up and around. So make sure this leg is comfortable. If it needs to come more forward, if it needs to bend a little, whatever it needs to do. We're lightly resting on the elbow in extended side angle, or more the forearm, I should say. Keeping that lift in your waist. Pressing through the feet, almost like you're going to lift out of your chair. Good. Just breathing. As you're ready, reach up to the sky, pull the body tall, back to parallel arms, and then float your arms down to the legs. Help that back leg forward, the front. We'll turn to face center, pausing for a moment. Just notice how your body feels. Letting everything settle through the ribs, the spine. Feel both feet rooted to the floor. Good. And then from here, let's do the other side so we can pick up that ball or block. Turn to face the opposite direction, sitting side on to your chair. Bringing shoulders over hips, long spine. And if twisting's okay for your spine, we'll add that twist. We're going to reach it up. And turn gently towards the back of your chair. Bring the hands down to the chair back. Breathe into this shape. One side might feel a little different than the other. So breathing into any tightness. Noticing sensation in the body. And when you're ready, reach the arms back up, turn back towards your left, and float the hands down to the legs. Pausing here. One more breath. as you're ready, let's release that ball or block. We might use it on the floor in front of the chair to maybe the knee touches down. And widen your stance so you feel quite grounded, bringing shoulders over hips. And that back hand can be on the chair seat for support, so you can hang on to the chair. Reaching the front arm up, lift and lengthen your spine. Either staying very tall, or you might add a little bit of a side bend, opening out of this front hip flexor into the deep low back muscles, into those hip flexors. Pressing through the feet. Noticing sensation. Noticing your breath. And as you're ready, reach both arms up to the sky for Warrior One. Square off your shoulders and hips, connecting through the core muscles. Just breathing. As you're ready, release the back hand to the thigh for support. Slide the front arm forward, the front leg back. Take a moment to square off your shoulders and hips, pressing through the feet, engaging in the core. Option might be to lift both arms, you decide. Flying warrior. Looks good, everyone, that's it. As you're ready, release the back hand, and then the front hand can come down. We're going to pivot, and as we pivot, we can reach the arms back out, pressing into the outer edges of that right foot. This right foot might come more forward, it might be a little bit bent, so you decide what feels good for your hip, your knee, your ankle. And then from here in this Warrior Two position, we're going to take our back hand, we're going to reach it forward, pull back like a bow and arrow, follow your hand to the back. Do it again, reach forward and pull it back. One more time. And then keeping the arms long, let's rotate our palms turning up, palms turning down, spiraling the arm bones. Noticing sensation, that's it. And then leaving our palms up. Left hand to the sky, right hand lightly resting on the leg. Sun worshiper. Adjust your gaze for neck comfort. That's it. Breathe deeply. Just notice. As you're ready, windmill back to parallel arms. We'll come into extended side angle, bending that left elbow, rest the arm lightly on the leg. Circle the back arm up and around, arm by the ear, up to the sky or anywhere back behind you, you decide. Again, adjust your gaze for neck comfort. And feel the strength in the waistline, your side body, as we stay lifted, as we stay light on this forearm. As you're ready, reach up to the sky, windmill back to parallel arms. And then float the arms down to the legs. Bend the back knee, help it forward. The front will turn to face center. I'm just pausing for a moment. Scan the body and check in. Let everything settle. Noticing how you feel. From here, blinking the eyes open. And then from here, let's hug that right knee in, give it a hug. Again, we can either hook the arms underneath, grabbing, or grab the shin, pull it in. Take a few deep breaths here. Just breathing. So on this right hip, we're going to take a hold of our leg. We're going to stir the leg and make little circles, stirring, and maybe circle the other direction. Good. And then picking up that lower leg, crossing above or below the knee, coming into that figure 4 stretch. You might think of this as like a seated pigeon stretch. Keeping the spine long and lifted, the heart open. Just breathing. Notice where you feel stretch sensation. Good. And then take your time to release that foot to the ground. And let's go to the other side, hugging that opposite knee in. Draw it in comfortably close, or you might just hang on like so. Take a few deep breaths into the belly and ribs. You can also rest your foot on a yoga block. Massaging the internal organs with your breath. And then we're going to pick up that upper thigh. We're going to stir out of the hip joint, moving the leg bone in a circular pattern. And then stirring in the other direction. I don't know if I changed directions there. I got lost in the stirring. Oh, see, we're human too. Some get lost in the moment. All right. Let's come into that figure 4, the ankle above or below the knee, or resting on your, maybe not on the ball because it might move around too much, but if you have a block, anything at all, whatever feels good for your body. Just breathing, noticing. And releasing that leg back to the ground. Good. From here, scoot forward in your chair a little bit. Bring the heels of your hands to your chair. Opening the heart. Opening the front body. So continue to breathe there. I'll just show a little side view. So we're here and opening. If that isn't accessible, option just to turn the palms open. Few deep breaths. Noticing sensation in the body, your breath. Good, and then releasing. Good, from here, let's come up to stand, and we're going to adjust our chair so that you're at the top of your mat, if you're using a mat, and you're facing your chair seat. So facing your chair seat, and turn so you can see me, make any adjustments. Good. So nice and tall. We're going to start in mountain pose. So mountain pose, facing our chair seat, feet hip bone width apart, opening the palms. Take a moment to sink into your feet. Feel the big toe mound, the little toe mound, the inner and outer edges of your heels. And see if you can lift the arches of your feet as you feel those 4 corners of your feet. Pulling up on the kneecaps. And then shine your heart forward and broaden the collarbones by hugging the shoulder blades together. And stretch out energetically through the hands and fingers, like you're reaching towards the earth. Crown of the head towards the sky. Tall mountain. Grounded, strong, stable. As you're ready, draw your hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. Our thumbs are at the heart. Feel each finger, thumb, knuckle lightly pressing together. You might notice a stretch in the hands and fingers, the forearms. Continue to follow your breath. And let's add some movement. Let's inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, reach to your chair with a flat back. Inhale, step back right and left into plank. And exhale, align your plank. Inhale, we might add an upward dog as we breathe into the belly, as we arch the spine. Exhale, lift the hips, step forward into your downward dog. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Just breathe. One more breath. As you're ready, halfway lift, slide your hands forward. Hands to the thighs. Tall mountain. And as you're ready, bring your hands back to your heart in Anjali Mudra. Other side, inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, diving forward, reach to your chair, flat back. Stepping back left and right to plank. And then aligning your plank. Inhale, we might add an upward dog or just another breath in plank. Exhaling, stepping forward into downward dog. Good, take your time. As you're ready, halfway lift. Hands to the thighs for support. Tall mountain. Let everything settle. Feel equally grounded, both feet. Just breathe. Good. Hands back to the heart. Let's add on this time. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, folding forward, flat back. Inhale, step back right and left. And come into strong plank. Inhaling, upward dog or just another breath in plank. Exhale, step forward into downward dog. Stretch out the hands to the back of the chair. And then inhale, halfway lift. We might change your grip to the sides of the chair. From here, draw your right knee to your nose, look down. Inhale, press away, look forward. Do it again. Exhale, rounding knee towards your nose. Inhale, press the heel away as we look forward. One more. Rounding, pressing away. Return to downward dog. Reach to the chair back. Just breathe. Come up halfway, hands to the thighs. Come up all the way. Tall mountain. Pause for a moment. Good. Bringing our hands back to the heart. Let's do the other side. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, folding forward to that flat back. And stepping back left and right to plank. Exhale, engage your core as you find a plank. Inhaling upward dog or just another breath in plank. Exhale, downward dog, stepping forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Good, then halfway lift, secure your spine. This time draw the left knee towards your nose, look down. Inhale, press away, look forward. Do it again, exhale, knee towards your nose, rounding. Inhale, press away. Again, last one, rounding. Press away. And return the foot to the floor. Reach to the chair back. Bend the knees, downward dog. Good, coming up halfway. All the way up to tall mountain. Pausing in tall mountain. Keep a micro bend in the knees. Feel those four corners of your feet grounding to the earth. Shine your heart forward, opening the front body. Good. You can stay as you are. I'm just going to face you guys. We're going to inhale, reach up, interlace the hands, make a little steeple with your pointer fingers. Take another breath. Exhale, right side bend. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, left side bend. Let's do it again if that feels okay. Reach tall. Side bend. That's it. Reach tall. And side bend. Maybe one more time, you decide. And last one. And back center and releasing the arms. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Good. And then from here, let's take our arms up, palms facing in. We're going to inhale, stretch your fingers long. Exhale, curl, start to make a claw. Close, make a fist. Inhale, stretch the fingers wide. Exhale, close, and make a fist. That's it. One more, inhaling and exhaling. Take the hands out in front and then circle at the wrist. Good. Circle the other way. Good. And then from here, shake it out. We'll do one more. We're going to press your right hand forward like a stop sign. Reach the other hand, pull the fingers back towards you. And then gently, maybe press the fingers the other way, palms down. But only if that feels good. Good. Release, shake it out. Let's do the other side. Make a stop sign, palms open. Pull back gently to feel that stretch through the wrist and the forearm. And you might just gently either let the fingers drop or add a little bit of assistance. Arms straight if you can, breathing, and then shake the arms out. Good, good. Let's adjust our chair so you can face forward. And if you're using a mat, you might come to the right side. So I'm just mirror imaging everyone. It might look left on YouTube, but for the group here, this is my right, or their right. So hand on the chair, hand on your hip. Let's take that outside knee up, circle around, bring it back to the floor. So getting that nice circular pattern again. So we did this one seated. Again, reach it up, circle around. Yep, doesn't matter what side you do, we're gonna do both. And if you're seated, you could pick the leg up and do a little circle if you want. Good. Couple more times. And one more. Good. Ground. Hang on to the chair. Let that outside arm relax. Reach it up. Crescent moon, side bend. So breathing into this shape, to the side ribs, feet rooted. Just breathing. That's it. Reach it up, float that arm back down. Good. From here, hand on the chair, hand on the hip. Shift your balance to the inside leg. Outside leg can press away and release. And pressing away and release. Body tall. Crown of the head skyward. We're always aware of our posture. You've got it. Good, last two. Good, last one. And release. Good. From here, let's come in behind our chair. And feet hip bone width apart for some calf raises. So we're going to rise up on our toes. Release your heels. Rise up on the toes. Release the heels. Strengthening our calves, working on balance. You can also do this seated. You could lift your heels in a bent knee position seated. That's it, looking good. Last two. Good, last one. Good. And then coming to the other side of our chair. Hand on the hip, hand on the chair. And we're going to add that outside leg comes up, circle around, and back to the floor. So bringing it up, circle around, back to the floor. Take your time. Body tall, reaching the crown of the head, up skyward. You've got it. One more time. Good. Foot to the floor. Outside arm reaches up. Crescent moon, grounding our feet. Just breathing. When you're ready, reach back up. Float the arm back down to your side. Good. Lateral leg raise. Shift your balance. Outside leg can press away and release to the floor. Pressing away and release. That's it. Feeling that strength in your standing leg. Good posture. Looks great, everyone. Good. Last one. And release. Good. Let's come in behind our chair. One last exercise here. So our bird dog, our opposite arm and leg lift. Feet hip bone width apart. And then we're going to lift the opposite arm and leg and release. And if you're seated, you could lift the knee and lift the arm. Opposite arm, lifting the knee, extending the leg. You can modify a little bit there in your seated position. Good. So we're strengthening the spine, the back part of the hip. Or if you're seated more, hip flexor. Good. So having those 2 points of contact as we lift opposite arm and leg. Good. That's it, almost there. Good, last one each way. Good, and release. From here, let's come into our final relaxation, whatever that might mean for you. So coming into a seat, maybe a reclined position, or you can even lie down on the floor with your legs up the chair. So take a moment to adjust, maybe grab a layer of clothing. Taking this opportunity to relax, to breathe, to just notice. Noticing how you feel at the end of your session. Noticing your breath. And taking your time to breathe and notice. Resting the body. Relaxing and letting go. And feel the support of your chair, the mat. Following the path of your breath. And taking a moment to awaken. And if you have the luxury and you want to stay in a relaxation position a little longer, please feel free to do that. And it's a great opportunity to relax more deeply. So if you're following this on YouTube or you're home, you might set your timer for 5 or 10 minutes. We just had a very short one today, but please feel free to lengthen this part of the class. Otherwise, as we awaken, we can blink the eyes open. We can sit a little taller, feeling our feet on the earth, sitting bones on the chair. Bring your hands to your heart in gratitude for this practice, for yourself, for each other. We'll close today with a bow and the word namaste. Namaste. Thank you everyone for coming today. Thank you. Thank you at home.